Welcome to the Deep Dive. This is where we really cut through the noise to get you well informed. Today, we're plunging into digital banking, specifically the surprising, often kind of hidden power of member expectations. And just so you know, this deep dive is brought to you by Access Softtech, a premier digital banking provider. I've got a really interesting piece here analyzing how financial institutions can, well, better connect with what their members actually want, or maybe more importantly, what they expect.
That's right. And what's really compelling, I think, is how these deep-seated expectations often determine if a new digital feature succeeds or just fizzles out. Understanding this is pretty crucial for any institution that's looking to grow.
Okay, so let's kick things off right there. There's this paradox almost. Why do some really smart new digital features take off, make a real splash, while others that seem just as useful, they just vanish? What's the secret ingredient, or maybe the missing piece?
Well, what the source material really zeroes in on, and it's fascinating, is that it's not simply about fulfilling a need. It's fundamentally about meeting a member expectation. Think about it. If you, as a member, need something, and you already expect your bank or credit union to offer it, you'll actually go looking for it there.
Right. You actively seek it out.
Exactly. But if you need it, but you just don't expect it from, say, your credit union, well, you won't even look. You'll go somewhere else. It's this subtle psychological barrier
Yeah.
that makes all the difference.
That is a really powerful distinction. It's almost like we put these mental labels on institutions, don't we? Like, I naturally expect my credit union to handle, a car loan, maybe a credit card application. That feels normal.
hmm Traditional stuff.
Yeah, exactly. But for things like, I don't know, crypto trading, or maybe complex investments, even if my credit union could technically offer it, my first thought might be, well, somewhere else. Is that the kind of thing we're talking about?
Precisely. That mental categorization, that label you mentioned, it creates a really significant hurdle. These ingrained expectations often limit credit unions, especially those member-owned community ones, from expanding much beyond those traditional services.
Even if they have the tech and the ability.
Absolutely. It becomes a perception challenge, not really a capability one. They can do it, but members just don't see them that way. They don't perceive them as the place for those, broader financial needs.
Okay, so this leads to something the article points out, which I found really interesting. Credit unions often push back on new ideas, saying, well, members aren't asking for it.
Right. You hear that a lot.
But, hang on, if expectations are so firmly set, like we just discussed, how would members even know to ask for something? Especially if they don't expect their credit union to provide it in the first place. Seems a bit circular.
Exactly. You've hit it. And this raises a really important question about strategic vision. Now, obviously, listening to members is vital, always. But relying only on what they explicitly ask for, that means you're basically accepting the existing limits set by those expectations.
It's passive.
It is. It's a passive approach. It's like you're just accepting those expectations instead of trying to, manage them or reshape them to better fit people's actual evolving financial lives. And that can mean missing out on huge opportunities for growth, yes, but also for building deeper relationships.
Okay, so if members aren't asking, isn't the full picture, maybe even a bit of a red herring? And if the technical side, like actually offering new services, is getting easier these days,
Which it is, definitely.
then what is the real roadblock for, say, a credit union wanting to become more of a full-service financial hub for its members?
Well, if we connect all these dots, look, modern tech, things like APIs, cloud solutions, partnerships with fintechs, they've genuinely made the how-to part, the technical integration, much more straightforward than it used to be. The real challenge, the much harder part, isn't the tech. It's the mindset. It's about resetting those really deeply embedded member expectations we've been talking about.
Changing the label.
Changing the label, exactly. The goal isn't just to have all the services on a menu somewhere. It's to get members to instinctively think, my credit union first for basically any financial need they might have. And shifting those long-held perceptions, that takes deliberate, consistent effort, communication, positioning. It's a much bigger job than just adding a button to the app.
Wow, okay, that really puts it in perspective. What an eye-opening deep dive into just how much expectations matter in digital banking. That silent power, as you called it, seems pretty clear that really understanding what people anticipate and then, actively working to shape those expectations is way more powerful than just reacting to direct requests.
Absolutely. And I think for you, the listener, this really highlights something important. True innovation often isn't just about building the new shiny thing. It's about effectively communicating what's possible. It's about reframing how people see their trusted providers, expanding that mental label we give them.
So here's a thought to maybe chew on until our next deep dive. How many other parts of your life, your decisions, your choices, are shaped less by what you truly need and more by what you simply expect from certain people or brands or services around you? Something to think about.